Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com. And I am so happy to be with you here today, back from my trip to Norway on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. So I haven't actually stamped live with you for, 2 Thursdays. So I had a recorded piece for you last week, and I sure thank all the people who took advantage of my ordering special where you could get free card kits, and I am finalizing those today. They should be in the mail tomorrow, and that would be, let's see, that's Friday. Wow, time flies, doesn't it? I have been working hard to get back in the swing of things. And hey, Velma, I'm glad you're here with me today. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm just getting my computer up where I can see what you're seeing and make sure. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Kim. I'm still catching up on messages, so I haven't really gone through those things yet. But I will get there. Been working through a little bit of jet lag and a busy studio space. So I'm very grateful for helpers who've been able to come this week. Just released my newest card class, which is Courage and Faith. So, hey, Jackie, I'm glad you're here with me. And we got home at like 2 in the morning on Monday. So Monday was a quiet day and kind of sleeping in a bit and computer work. And then Tuesday I was in full swing and again, very grateful for helpers. And let me turn that one off to see. No, I've still got a glare. Let's see if I can get rid of that. No, I'm just going to have a glare. Okay, well. Always working to improve the lighting. I think now I've got a shadow. Of course, it's a little bit different too, different times of the year. I don't get a ton of natural light in my studio, but I do get some. Hello, Mary. So I am glad to be back in the saddle. I will possibly do a different Facebook Live with showing you my swaps and everything. I did do that for my team on Tuesday night. And that was fun. I did swap parade, showed them all the goodies from Norway, and answered questions and things. So that was Tuesday night. Speaking of team, we have a phenomenal joining special right now. So typically you choose 125 of whatever you want and pay $99 plus tax. And right now through June, you can do the same thing, but you get to choose $155, so you get an extra $30 free. My team is the heart and soul of my business. I do a lot for my team. I do a lot with my team, and we are a positive, creative community, and that is both online and in person. So, in the local San Antonio area, I do have a number of team members in the local area, but we gather primarily in Facebook and Zoom. So I have team members across the states, and we are happy to be able to connect without even if we can't hug each other's neck, we're able to connect. So, okay, my new class is Courage and Faith. I'm super excited about it. So this is how organized I am. We'll see if I can remain organized now that I'm back. I always come back with great plans. I'm going to have my studio super organized. I was, pedal to the metal, getting everything out in the mail before I left. And it's like, okay, now I did that. So now my studio space is in really good shape. So let's see how long it will stay that way. Okay, so. I'm getting that black screen on my computer again. That is the weirdest thing. Hopefully, I am still showing up on camera on my iPhone. So, okay, let's move forward. So, Courage and Faith stamp set. I love this stamp set, though. So this is a little bit larger than it appears here. So these are cling rubber stamps. You get 4 awesome greetings. This is the one I'm going to use tonight. And you also get these really nice flourishes. What I like about these is that they match. So you get one of each. So you can have them going in opposite directions and they all match. So let me show you what I did with the class. This is a $29 class. So you get everything you need to make. Here's card number 1, and these are just fussy cut from the paper. So I'm just using this stamp set. That's the only stamp set I'm using. Now I am using as well this beautiful die set. Now all these dies are cut for you, but it's a great way to sample. This one is called Nested Essentials, and I really, really love it from the new catalog. So there's card number 1. Here's card number 2, and the with this class, you get this designer series paper, which is called Hello Irresistible, I think. I'll look it up. Here is card number 3. Now this one is a little bit of a fun fold, not really a fun fold, more like a fun cut. So that kind of allows us to see the back side of the designer series paper, which is really fun. And then this one here, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Now, the one thing that you're going to do on this particular class is you're going to cut the designer series paper. So you get your envelopes and you get all the card, everything prepped here. You do get a 1/4 of a pack of this designer series paper. It is indeed called Hello Irresistible. This is what I'm going to be working with tonight. It is one of the papers in the sale. And I will talk to you about that in just a second. So you do get a 1/4 pack of this, which is 12 sheets of 6 by 6. And they really have cool designs on one side and then really soft kind of background patterns on the other, more like watercolor wash patterns. You do get a full pack of these Tinsel Gems. This is the 3-pack. There's also a 4-pack where you get 4 colors. So these are the ones that I used in my Daisy class. There's lemon lime twist up underneath that flap. And then these are the ones, you can tell I like these. I do like these a lot. I've used them in 2 classes in a row, but I do think they're really worth having. They are all self-adhesive. And let's see, so you get all of that. And, oh, the ribbon. I put it away. No, it is here. Yay. So you do get a 1/2 roll of this Lost Lagoon ribbon. This is really kind of cool ribbon. It almost kind of has a little bit of a canvas feel to it. It's almost a little bit kind of a washed out look. So it's really kind of almost like a blue jean, chambray. I don't know. It's an interesting ribbon. I like it a lot because it's kind of soft and not super strong. So this is what you get. This is a $29 class kit. It comes to you. That includes your shipping. You can add on the stamp set if you want. I don't think, yeah. And then I used 1 ink pad, being Pretty Peacock. I used a blender pen on these, and then I used a Blends, Stampin' Blends marker in Fresh Freesia for my little purple accents in some places. So this is my June card class. I believe you can register for this through June the 17th. So I'm going to be creating with that tonight. So all of that to say that this is the special we have going. And let me tell you a little bit about this special. And you may have, I announced it in my email news yesterday, but there's a lot to love. You know, y'all know I use a lot of designer paper. It is my favorite design element besides stamps. So basically all of, oh, this one, I was thinking this one wasn't in the sale, but it is. Okay, I'm glad I had the flyer in front of me, because sometimes I get a little bit confused, or little details which I don't pay attention to elude me. So yeah, pretty much all of the non-specialty, I hesitate to say the word basic designer series paper because there's nothing basic about these gorgeous designs. So I'm going to be using this one tonight because this is the one in my kit. And I thought, well, I would use the same paper and the same, well, a different ribbon in my kit. And I used this on some other kit. What was I designing? Something else with this. Anyway, I thought that would be fun to use. So I'm going to give you 2 more awesome card ideas for Courage and Faith stamp set. Oh, back to the Designer Series paper sale. You know, we affectionately call this DSP. So that's where we get the little moniker DSP, because it is Designer Series paper. That's a mouthful to say every time, so we usually just say DSP. 15% off. This runs through the month of June. And if you are interested in purchasing that starter kit for $99, you can include any of these papers. So that would be, you're getting, I don't know, I haven't done the math on it. Typically the starter kit's 20% off, 25% off. Now it's even more than that, because you get $155 for $99. That's probably like 35% off is my guess. Then you get 15% off the papers as well. That's amazing savings. So now is the time to jump in. Okay, I do have a host code for you if you would like to place a regular order with your Designer Series paper and other things. Okay, now, as I said, I've got some quick and easy cards for you. I guess I need a bone folder, and I need my little kit. I'm gonna use 2 different stamp pads on 2 different cards, because I'm going to show you the same card 2 ways. That's kind of the way my brain works. Let's see here. Okay. And I'm going to need some dimensionals. Okay. I had made some beef and vegetable soup tonight. It was absolutely yummy. It just came up from the dinner table. Okay, let's start with this one. So we're going to start with Pretty Peacock, and I probably should use Pretty Peacock ink, but I think I'm going to go Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon. They are like, oh, I didn't show you the box. Duh. I've got this cute little box here that also comes with my class. So I used Pretty Peacock here, and where's my card? Okay, here we go. So what I did to stamp this is such softer. I stamped off before I stamped these, and you almost get the look of Lost Lagoon by just stamping off the Pretty Peacock. So here I stamped it off, and here I stamped it full. So that kind of shows you the difference there. And I think it's really pretty. I do like these colors. Okay, so there's your little box, a nice little gift for somebody, you know, just a little pick-me-up or a little gift. Okay. Okay, quit talking, Candy. Here we go. Focus. Focus, focus. I do have some little white pieces somewhere to tuck inside here. Okay, so I'm going with a traditional 8.5 by 5.5 inch card base, and I have several other papers here. So this is one of the papers from Hello Irresistible. Now, let's see. I was originally going to use that side. That side looks pretty cool too. Maybe I'm going to go with the less busy side. Let's do that. Since this pattern is here, you know, that's what's cool about this paper. You kind of, any which way you go, it's going to be really cool. I tell you what, this is going to be kind of my focal piece. So, and this is 2.5 by 4. And this layer underneath here is 4.25 by 2 3/4. So that is a cut that will give you a lot of bang for your buck with very little waste. So this little piece here is going to be kind of my focal point where I'm going to add my stamped image. So this is where I was thinking. So there's one way. I wasn't planning to do that. That's a little too much pattern for me. I was originally going to go like this. I like that. But I could even take this kind of window pane check pattern, put it into the kind of watercolor wash mode. Ooh, I think I might like that the best. And I can't really see comments very well for some reason. All right, let's see. Hey, Jolene is here and Margaret is here. Thank you so much for sharing Just a reminder that when you comment on my videos, you do get your name put into my drawing for that week. I really like this. I think I'm going to go with this. And then we're going to go here. Now, I have a couple of options. So I'm using the Country Corners, and I like that. That's probably, this is actually Lemon Lolly, so it actually looks pretty good. It kind of lifts everything. Now, I could go there. I could also move this over. And no, I think that needs to go in the center. Okay, so let's see. You like the last option, Jolene. Thank you for saying that. I do too. I think this quieter pattern on the back helps these leaves come to life. And to be fair, I'm going to end up doing this, but I do like it. I like it a lot. So super simple. And you know, I really wanted to focus all month. I'm going to be focusing on Designer Series paper. I mean, it doesn't take me much to focus on Designer Series paper because I tend to use a lot of it anyway. But I thought especially with the sale going, I wanted to give you loads of ideas, layouts, maybe even some 3D projects to show you some great ways to use all this pretty paper. So this is a 5 1/4 by 4 layer. This is 5 1/4 by 2, but I'm going to use that side, which I like a lot. These colors are absolutely scrummy. Love, love, love them. Okay, so Velma, you like the Lemon Lolly. Okay, well, let's see where we're going to go on this. I appreciate you telling me that. And you know, I wanted to put a little bit of ribbon on here. I usually put a little bit of ribbon on everything. And I'm thinking that this silver, or do I put the gold to tie into that yellow? That's kind of nice too. I'll wait a minute and see if anybody weighs in on that. Now, I'll show you my little trick because I've already stuck my paper down and I want to kind of maybe make this go like so. So let me grab a little punch. Okay, everybody's liking the yellow, so let's go. This is actually Daffodil Delight, but it's kind of nice to have the contrast of the deeper yellow and the lighter yellow. So good call, ladies. Now, I could go with the gold, or I could go with the silver. You know, I think the gold picks up the yellow and the silver picks up the green. So tell me what you like on the ribbon. And let's see. This will be perfect. I'm going to take my punch and I'm going to punch a little hole. So while we're deciding on this, what I'm going to do is, this is my trick, when you have already stuck down your paper and you want to have a little bit of ribbon. You see that what I'm doing there? I'm taking a little tiny notch. Okay, now Velma's liking the gold. Okay, Velma's going to be my design partner tonight, I can tell. Now I'm coming a little bit, I'm about 1/3 of the way here, 2/3 of the way here. I don't want to be right in the middle. Now let's see. So I have just created a little notch, and that is going to allow me to take my ribbon and thread it through. So now, even though I've already stuck my paper down, and honestly, it also just kind of gives a nice little, I don't know, just kind of a little fun, little just piece of interest. I do like ribbon on the inside of your card because I think it gives a really luxurious feel when you open that card. Now I have enough ribbon here that I might, let's see, can I actually get a bow? I think I can, because there's plenty here. Let's see if I can make my fingers work enough to make a bow. Ay, ay, ay. This is where I need like another pair of hands. Let's see. I'm going to try one more time, and then we're going to make a knot if I don't succeed this time. Do y'all ever do that when you're working? It's like, well, I'm going to try to do a bow. If the bow doesn't happen, then we're making a knot. Haha, success. Okay, so let's just bring that, although it's a little bit of a floppy, I think I can stick that down and be okay with it. I like to have my ribbon pretty taut. Okay, so now this is going to go like so. Isn't that pretty? And this is just all, it's all because I've got this gorgeous, gorgeous designer series paper. And I stuck that down a little bit crooked. Let's see if I can fix this really quick. I will say, you know, I'm a big fan of the Seal and the Seal Plus, largely because I am a lazy stamper and I like to just stick it down quickly. I don't want anything to have to dry. So I also don't want anything leaking. I don't like when your glue shows. Now I'm putting this flat, as you will notice. And there is method in that madness. I want it to kind of secure this ribbon into place. And then I'm going to pop up my little, it's going to help if I get it straight. I want to pop up my little, my piece that's going to have my verse on it. Okay, there we go. Now, this is going to go here, and we are just about done. Super quick and easy. And then we're going to do another card with this exact same layout and the exact same designer series paper, but a different pattern. So just kind of showcasing the beauty of this paper, why you need to have it, and why you actually need to get my class, because then you get a fourth of a pack of this paper and you can have all kinds of fun with it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Proverbs 3:5. This is actually one of my favorite verses in the whole Bible. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding, because that's the rest of the, in all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your paths. So I'm going to trust the Lord with all my heart, and I'm going to lean not on what I'm thinking. I'm going to lean on him, and then he's going to direct my path. And this has been kind of one of those life verses for me. And it is a good thing to not lean on your own understanding, because we don't understand so much. And this is our way to honor the Lord with our thoughts. Now, let's see. I think I need a couple of these little guys. These are, let's see, these were in the spring catalog and they carried over iridescent pastel gems. And I think I want to grab maybe some of these yellowy ones. So there's some that are kind of the Calypso Coral, some that are kind of, I don't know, one of the yellows. Oh, look how pretty. I love it. And then is also, I think that's like Pool Party. So I'm going to do these two little ones as well, or maybe one little one there. Let's see if I can squeeze in another. Oh, yeah. That's kind of big. Yeah, that's a little bit. It seems a bit clunky, chunky. Oh, yeah, that's better. So there we go. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. What a great card to send somebody for just about any occasion. Now, I'm going to show you my little trick there. This is kind of shifting a little bit, and I don't like that shift. So here's my white cardstock here, which I wanted, and we are just going to have fun with this. Okay, because I want to put this on the inside. I'm going to actually put a little glue dot underneath there, and it's going to keep that ribbon from shifting, because I don't like it flopping around, because when I mail this to somebody, they are probably not going to be a card maker where they're going to know to be careful with that. So that allows it to just hang out there where it needs to be. Now I'm going to put this on the inside, but before I do that, wait, there's more. I'm just thinking while I'm creating, which is what I do, which is one of the reasons that stamping is such a stress reliever, because we forget about our troubles, we forget about all the crazy stuff in the news, we forget about what's going on with family drama or family health scares, and we just breathe and make something pretty. So look what we are going to do here. Now, as it is, I need to clean this anyway, because I'm going to use a different color on card number 2. And I don't have very much of my things here that I need to work with. Is this, yeah. because I had a whole bunch of other stuff here I was working on earlier and had to clear it away so I could stamp with you. Okay, let's see. I am going to refresh my computer screen to see if maybe there has been a comment that I have missed since the last round of comments. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to ink this up, and once again, I'm using Lost Lagoon, and I'm just going to angle this like so. Isn't that a pretty image? So that on the inside of the card. Now, I really like blender pens. And where did I put it? I had it, no, I had it right in front of me. Here we go. Blender pens are filled with a glycerin solution. So that is going to allow me, now this works in, you want small areas. You don't want to do this in a large area. And you see how it bleeds out the color? And it gives me just a really pale, almost like a pale pool party right there where I'm using a little bit of blender pen right there. Now, I think what I'm going to do next is, we're just kind of, this is very stream of consciousness. We're just kind of creating on the fly here. I think I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in those flowers because there's just a couple of little tiny flowers, and I want to pick up this yellow from the outside of my card. Okay, no more comments. Everybody's just watching, maybe eating dinner. Let's just grab a little bit of this light lemon lolly, kind of picking up this yellow here. And let's just make a couple of little yellow flowers. Oh, I'm liking it. So this gives you another whole card idea to do with your paper. And honestly, you know, you're going to have all of the paper here. You could honestly just, you don't have to have a die cut for the greeting. You could just cut a little piece of lemon lolly paper or white or whatever you have on hand. Okay, am I in camera range? I hope. Okay, so there you go. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Card number 1 in Pretty Peacock. This is, the stamp set is Courage and Faith. And this is, I just released yesterday my newest card class for June, and I'm featuring this stamp set. I absolutely love it. Okay, and with my card class, you get a quarter pack of this paper. So let me show you. Here is the one that's in my class, and here's the one I just did with you on camera. Okay, now we're going to go with some Calypso Coral. I mean, this is the other end of the spectrum, super bright and cheery, and it'll grab you. And I think it's going to be a really equally pretty card. So I have not, you know, I just kind of cut my layers and hoped they would work out. Now, this is my original plan. Let's see what happens. I might just do what I did on the other one and turn it over. Although, I was going to go, oh, well now, that changes things. That's pretty strong, might be a little bit too strong because I really like the softness of this image. So I thought that would look good. And then this would look good. Tasha, I'm glad you like these colors because I think we're going to do something with these colors in Saturday card class. So Tasha and Mary are both on here. And they come to my Saturday card class. It's a local card class that I do each month here in San Antonio. Iris, thank you for saying my nails are, you know, they do match, don't they? You know, it's a funny thing. On the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip, the first night we were there, they announced that they were giving us a $50 shipboard credit. And I thought, well, that's very nice. It's very generous. Don't really know what I'm going to do with it because I had already, they already gave us the drinks package. Now that was the non-alcoholic, but still very generous package. So we got all of our specialty waters, we got sodas, we got specialty coffees, fresh squeezed juice. It was a really nice package. And then my husband and I had already, before we got on the ship, we had already paid for a reservation at one of the nicer restaurants. So I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that $50 shipboard credit. And we had also purchased an excursion through the ship, and I was like, we kind of had already figured out what we wanted to do. So I thought, you know what, let me mosey up to the spa and see if there's anything I can afford, because their stuff tends to be pretty pricey. And I don't normally spend a lot of money on that kind of thing. Well, lo and behold, I can get my nails done with that shipboard credit. So I got my nails done by a really sweet lady very young woman from Zambia. Nice conversation with her. Okay, so here's my little notch, and this is where we're going. Now, I think that is going to go a little farther over. I call these sunset colors. When you get all of that coral and peach and yellow in there, to me, it reminds me of a sunset or a sunrise, depending on, I'm normally not going to see the sunrise. Although, I will tell you, in Norway, land of the midnight sun, oh my goodness, you get up in the middle of the night, you look out your balcony at 1 a.m, it's still light. I mean, the sun's gone down, but it's really pretty bright out there. Interesting country. I think the gold is what we're going to do here. Here's the silver. Now, the reason I have the gold and the silver, this is actually one of our onboard exclusive. I got that on the brain. This is one of our online exclusives. That's kind of nice too. So that means this is not in a catalog, but it is available online. So you get one of each, a gold and a silver. I do think I like the gold better. So I am glad. Oh, Diane, thank you so much. I'm glad you like my cards. So I think I'm going to go with the gold. So I'll wait while I'm putting these things down. I do love these, but it's a little bit much. It's a very strong pattern here, and I want my scripture to really stand out, and I want all of these pretty colors around it to just kind of set it off. And I'm getting this crooked too. Or maybe these little lines underneath me are not, I think they're kind of artsy, which means they don't have to be perfectly straight. Oh, I like that piece a lot. But we're going to go with this one where you can see all these pretty leaves and flowers. So this is card number 2, and I am still using Hello Irresistible paper, one of the papers in our sale right now. And let's just feed this right through here. And let's just do the exact same thing, except this time I'm going to make it easy on myself, and I am just automatically going to make a knot. I'm not going to even try to do a bow. Let's just go with a knot and make life a little bit simpler. When I finish this video, I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and I am still heading to the gym tonight. How you like them apples? I am a late night gym rat, and I don't really do cardio at the gym. I do mainly weights training to strengthen my muscles, to help me walk better and live life better, like carrying groceries and all that good stuff. I've been doing this since October, and I'm amazed at just my overall strength, how much it's increased. I mean, simple things like, when you have to bend over to tie your shoes, and all kinds of things are affected by this. So that is where I'm going to be tonight when I finish with y'all, because I have a commitment. I have a commitment to be the best version of myself, the healthiest version of myself that's in my power to be. So my husband has some health challenges, and so we do a lot of physical therapy and a lot of nutritional therapies to look at that, to counteract some of the challenges. Okay, here we go. And it's not a burden. It's actually a real joy. I enjoy going to the gym. I'm very grateful that it's like probably 7 minutes from my house. I would say 5, but it's probably more like 7. And get this, it's right next to Dollar Tree. And Dollar Tree stays open until 10 o'clock. So a lot of times I will go into Dollar Tree on my way in to do my little weight training workouts so I can actually get that done at the same time. Now, I had to switch this out after I tied the knot. So hopefully I still have enough because I had trimmed the ends. Lord have mercy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually double cheat here because I'm going to put my glue dot down now and see if that won't help me just a wee bit. Let's see. Let's see what we can do there. Tuck it underneath there. Oh yeah, that's already helping. Look at that. Another little hack, a little technique trick for you. Not technique, but a trick. So I'm putting that little mini glue dot under there, and that is helping my ribbon, this is actually called a trim, to stay put because it's a lot stiffer than ribbon. It actually ties nicely. It kind of, but it's not like drapey ribbon. It's a little bit stiff, and I like it. Okay, there we go. Haha. Voila, we did it. Okay, now what I cut, looky here, is one of these little, what do you call them? This is one of those countryside corner little dies, and I really like them. And this time we are going to stamp the same thing in Calypso Coral. Now, you know what I'm going to do? Let's just do the same thing, and let's bring that little piece of white to the inside, and let's stamp it with that before I change it off the block. Let me grab another piece of white. I don't know about y'all, but I keep a lot. I'll take a lot of white cardstock, and I will just cut these 5 1/4 by 4 inch panels because I use them so much on the inside of my cards. So here is this little flourish with the leaves on it in Calypso Coral. Once again, I'm going to come behind here with my blender pen, and I'm going to just bleed out. And then it almost looks like the color on the inside of these leaves, it looks a lot like Petal Pink. Isn't that the bomb? And I'm not going to do the inside because flowers on this one because I think it's already enough. Let me clean this stamp because I've only got one block over here. And let's get our Trust in the Lord stamp and put it right here. We're going to ink this up with Calypso Coral. And then we're going to look at these cards side by side and tell me, I'm not even sure I'm going to have a favorite. I think they're just going to be 2 cards that are done with the same supplies, but with different colors. Oh, I'm usually an orange girl, but I'm kind of digging this one over here. And it may be that there's just too much. Maybe I needed yellow here. Maybe I needed white. I don't know. I kind of like it though. So tell me what you think. If you have opinions here, I'm going to go ahead and pop this up on some dimensionals and add a couple of those little gems. A couple of those little pastel iridescent gems. And I need to put my little piece of white on the inside, which I oftentimes wouldn't do with Calypso Coral because you can write on it very easily, but it kind of gave me the opportunity to, I could stamp this directly on the Calypso Coral on Calypso Coral, but I kind of think it lightens and brightens the inside a little bit, which I think was a good thing. So Margaret likes the Calypso Coral the best. Jackie likes them both. I think it's just a fun way. I don't know. My ADD brain, I get bored pretty easily. And I'm ready to have change, to have something else, to have something different. And I love, if I'm going to be creating some cards, this is why I have cards with a twist, because my brain just goes that way. Oh, that's what I was working on. Cards with a twist is still open for, oh, that's what I was using this ribbon on. I can show you those too if you want. Okay, let's see. Okay, Iris is liking the coral as well. Yay, yay. I love to hear your opinions. Oh, I need to put the little gems on here. And I think, is this? No, I think I stamped it a little bit crooked. Well, you know, it's a handmade card, and that's just the way that goes sometimes. Okay, so let's put this big fat one right there. And this is the way these gems look. So you can see I've got two different packages here because I've used up. Oh. Okay, so I think we decided, oh, I only have one little one, so I'm going to have to come up with that big honking one. Let's see if I go here, and then this big one. Hopefully it's going to balance this and not look too much. Oh yeah, I think that works. I don't think that's too big or gaudy. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? So, again, these are 5 1/4 by 4 inch layers on the bottom, my first layer. Then I put a 5 1/4 by 2 inch layer here. And then this piece of cardstock is 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. And this is 4 by 2 1/2. And then I just put a little, now if you didn't have this die, you could just cut a piece of paper, you know, any of your colored cardstock or even white to fit right there. So, well, thank you. I'm getting a lot of love on the cards. I'm glad you like them. And let me just bring back in to show you where I started. So these are 2 extra additional ideas because my card class for June, besides Cards with a Twist, is one where you get 1/4 of a pack of the lovely Hello Irresistible paper. You get a pack of these, which are the tinsel gems. You get your 4 envelopes. You get everything you need to make these 4 cards, and that includes all of your die cuts. You get a 1/2 roll of this Lost Lagoon ribbon, and you get everything to make this cute little box as well. So now, if you purchase my class, and of course you get a PDF tutorial and a little video that goes with it, in addition to getting all of this, you also have just seen a demonstration for these 2 cards, which you can use with some of the extra paper that you get with your class. So, aiming to deliver value to you and great ideas on using this beautiful, beautiful stamp set. If you like to share your faith, if you like to encourage others with scriptures, I mean, this was one of my favorites too. I love the fresh freesia on this. And this is deliberately done in kind of deeper colors. Be of good courage. I'm like, yeah, you need that strong, deep color. And this one here, where we just fussy cut some of the flowers from the paper. So if you like to share your faith, encourage others, this is a phenomenal stamp set that's in our annual catalog. It is a $26 stamp set. It is cling rubber. You know, cling rubber, I know we like the photopolymer because you can see through it. Cling rubber is actually longer lasting, the material. I do like all of these extra little flourishes you get. Oh, that's the one I didn't use because I even used that one. Let me show you. I think that was a card that didn't make the cut. So, but I do like all these little flourishes and fabulous stamp set. So, there are 2 very quick and easy cards to make, simple layouts, very duplicatable for you, and I mean, technically they're 2 different cards. They're the same layout, but this is what I do with Cards with a Twist. It's just the way my brain goes. I love to change things up. So I will continue to look at your comments, and as you weigh in on if you prefer the green or the orange, the coral or the pretty peacock. I like them both. So I will put this up on my blog. It might be tomorrow before it gets published, but we'll work on it. And this video will go up on YouTube. Don't forget to make comments And then you go into my drawing. For this video, I do a drawing for each and every video. This is my current host code, I think. I had to close out a host code. I think this is the right one. I should probably double check that. Well, you know, we'll just go with it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, Laura likes the coral one. Okay, the coral's getting a lot of love. It's getting a lot of love. And again, I call these, you know, sunrise colors because, or sunset colors, depending on which end of the day you're on, but they just have that very pretty look to them. Okay, I got to quit rabbiting on. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me, and I appreciate your support so very, very much. Thanks again. Take care, and God bless.